EA Sports and the PGA of America are proud to present second round coverage of the PGA Championship. We're off and running here, and let's take you down to the action at hole number 1. Stepping up to the first tee and off a surprisingly good first round. Let's see if our featured player can conjure up some of that magic here in round 2. Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong.
Just a couple of feet. Has his par. Frank, how about the par 5, 597-yard second hole?
They give you a chance here. If you can hit a long drive down the left side, it starts to open up. But even a drive that finds the fairway down the right side, you might think it's okay, but chances are you can have a blind second shot. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, it's really hard to believe that we are in Wisconsin because it looks like an old seaside links course from Scotland or Ireland.
Well, Pete Dye spent a lot of time in Scotland in the early 1960s, and that's really where he learned his architecture from. So a lot of those features he's incorporated in Whistling Straits.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot.
It's no snake, though. Just making a mockery of the field now. Another eagle.
All right, Frank, how do you like the look of the first par 3 in the golf course, the third hole?
Well, you have a good look at Lake Michigan for a start. That's certainly not where you want to hit it, though. Really use the green, the shape of the green, which angles to the left. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Either misjudge the win or simply just pull the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now. Rich, you know, after you've already made one mistake in the rough, there's a chance he's going to make another.
Just trying to get it back out into the fairway and not make a big number. How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a master class in short game.
That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Frank, it's absolutely breathtaking, isn't it? I mean, you look left and all you see are the waters of Lake Michigan. It's called glory.
Well, that's one of the amazing things that Pete Dye has done in his design of this great golf course is to incorporate all the natural vistas that are available. Yeah, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Frank, this looks like a pretty challenging shot into the fourth.
Just like the previous hole, when you've got the lake on the left, you've got to favor the other side.
Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Look out. That ball's OB, and that'll be a one-shot penalty. Now playing 4 after going OB on that previous shot. He'll need to be strong with this. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. And that's a bogey. Frank, you don't see holes like the 5th here at Whistling Straits all that often, do you?
Not just the shape of the hole, the length. Pete Dyer's managed to put both the length and the design of the hole together to make it brutally tough, but at the same time strategically brilliant.
That is just a beautiful shot. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
Safely aboard. Racking them and stacking them. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Our featured golfer is already 5 holes in. Let's take you out now to the 6th. Even par through the early portion of this second round. What are some keys for the day in order to set himself up for success?
Well, I think take advantage of some of the short par 4s out here, Rich. When you're going to have a wedge in your hand, the shots that you could pretty much guarantee you can get inside 15 or 20 feet, you know there's a bunch of opportunities.
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
What does he have all the luck?
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Continues to roll it very well all day long. Frank, some of these holes are absolute mind blowers. I mean, this 7th is like nothing I've ever seen.
It actually reminds me of a hole in New South Wales in Australia at the La Perouse or New South Wales golf course. Just the way in which it cuts into the coast. Just a gorgeous par 3.
Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, just tons of bunkers on the right. You hope the wind is in your favor.
Yeah, and sadly, your mind just about picks up on each and every one of them. I'm loving that balance. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start. Got to be careful here. Downhill, he's got to time it good because your weight's a little bit more on your front foot.
Good swing, good shot yet again. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
And he's made the green. Settles in over the putt. And he makes it for par. Headed to the clubhouse now for a hot dog and a soda at the turn. But first, a little bit of business here with this par 4 ninth.
And this is going to take a straight tee shot. Trouble on both sides of this fairway. Also, be very, very aware of the shape of this fairway. It's downhill and slopes left to right.
Excellent drive, Frank. Right where you want to be. Frank, now the second shot here at the ninth.
You can get caught with swirling winds here because of the trees and the protection on the hill on the right side. Another one to be very, very careful of.
Strong approach shot here at the ninth. And a good opportunity to finish this side with a birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way.
Good spot right there.
Center cut. Which right now, this does not look like the same player we saw earlier on in the day.
I don't recognize him. He was hitting it all over the ballpark in the first few holes. I didn't think there was any chance that he'd be where he is right now. Credit to him. This took guts.
Yeah, his composure is so different right now.
Well, that's the beauty of this game. You stay with it. It's 18 holes. You keep fighting, and you can put a score on the card. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 645-yard par 5 11th. They call this hole the sandbox, and hopefully, Frank, you're not picking up the shovel here.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. If you're reaching this par 5 and 2, then you don't belong on this planet.
Nice drive right in the fairway and a good swing on that one. Try to loft this one in the air with the lob wedge. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
Well, that was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much will it roll.
Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
Well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, well, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down.
And he's made it onto the green now. Locked in on the read and the speed. Drops for a par. Frank, the previous hole we took out the sledgehammer. Now at the 12th, we'll need a scalpel, it looks like.
Yeah, at 163 yards, you wouldn't think it's very long. But really, the problem is the green. You can pitch the ball in the middle of this green, and still it can kick over. So be very, very aware of the mounding and the undulations on this green.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, here at the 13th, it's pretty obvious where the trouble is.
Yeah, all right, that's for sure, plus Lake Michigan there if you go even further right. But at 402 yards, don't have to hit driver down here. Even a three-wood and a wedge would get you home here. So remember, fairway first, then set up the scoring chance.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
On the green with about 30 feet to go. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
So with 5 holes left to play here at the PGA Championship, we arrive at this dogleg left, par 4.
Well, it's called Widow's Watch, but really it's a thinking man's hole. A long iron, maybe even a fairway wood just down the right side. That should set up a relatively simple short iron.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. On the green in regulation. Birdie try again here today. Frank, lots of sand and beach in view here at the 15th.
Yeah, this starts a tremendous 4-hole run to the clubhouse. And this is going to require your best tee shot. Maybe a little fade off the tee would keep it away from those bunkers on the left and set up that second shot. Second shot. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day
today. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Getting set to take on the finishing holes here at Whistling Straits. How do you close this out on the right foot, Frank?
Well, this is the shortest of the 4 par 5s at 568 yards. There's a big crop of bunkers down the right side. Just a driver off those is certainly going to make this par 5 reachable.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long.
Well, with a good shot here, Rich, I'll tell you, this eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Yeah, an eagle. What a putt. Well, Frank, we know that Pete Dye has given the world some intimidating par 3s, most notably the 17th at TPC Sawgrass. He says this one is even more fearsome.
And the reason why is the drop-off on the left. It's 20 feet below the level of the green. Then you've got the sand dunes on the right, with a sort of speckled with bunkers as well. And then there's a little sliver of green grass in between. That's the green.
Wow, I thought he made that. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. Just a tap in to finish the hole. He's made it. Frank, quite a finishing hole, and that's as it should be. This is, after all, a major championship.
Well, you can see why Bubba Watson, Martin Keimer, Dustin Johnson have played well here. This finishing hole requires the long hitter's best tee shot, preferably just a little down the right side, because that's the safer side to be. Oop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Birdie putt coming up. A par on this hole yesterday. Continues to roll it very well all day long. There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.